Hey, what's up everybody? This is Chicken Possible with Rewards Hunter, back with part 3 of our Contrast series, where we work through grabbing all of the achievements in this game and a bunch of Microsoft Rewards points along the way. So if you haven't watched parts 1 or 2, those will be linked in the description, so you can go back and grab the first 5 achievements that we've already collected. So let's go ahead and take a look in the Microsoft Rewards app. We'll be able to work on the Achieve More, Earn More punch card today for 50 points, and we've also got the Rewards Weekly set that's available today. So let's click on that and see what's available here. The first thing we'll want to do is click on the Trek to Yomi link that's at the top, so we get our first green check mark and get that part finished out. The second part will be the Achievement Hunter piece, where we earn 3 achievements. We're going to do that in Contrast in just a couple minutes. And then the last part is to run some Bing searches on 3 separate days to finish out this punch card and get the final 50 points of the 100. So that being said, let's go ahead and switch over to Contrast and get that game started up, and we'll pick up where we left off last time. And let's just do a quick check on the achievement tracker. You should be at 5 out of 22 achievements so far, and the very last achievement that we unlocked was the Room 529 achievement after we left the cabaret. So we're going to earn the next 3 achievements today, so let's go ahead and get the game started. And we will just resume from where we left off last time. So we're going to be collecting 3 more of the luminaries today, and of course 3 achievements, and we'll have a few collectibles along the way. So we're going to start out by just following Dee Dee through this gate here. And it says to follow Johnny, but we just need to follow her over to this fencing that's over here. And we're going to gain a new ability here. I'm going to call this the dash ability. We can basically crash through barriers like this fence that's here. So you're just going to press B to do your dash. And actually, before we finish following Dee Dee, let's turn around and we're going to head to the left down the street behind us. And there's another barrier that's over here to the left, just past the gramophone. You can crash through that and you'll get your 4th of 10 luminaries for this level. Okay, and then we'll just head back to the right and go where Dee Dee went. So we'll get a cutscene here where Dee Dee talks about her father, and we just press Y to skip that. He's inside talking to a magician that he wants to be in his act. So we'll head inside, and we can skip this cutscene, and we need to move a projector around. But before we do that, let's grab this collectible that's over here. This is a poster for the Great Vincenzo. After you've got that, move over and grab the projector. We're just going to press X to interact with it, and then move it forward and to the right so that the shadow kind of moves up towards the railing that's on the left side. You can press X, and then we need to head up onto the stage and shift in on top of the piano, shift into shadow mode, and then jump up onto the railing, shift out of shadow mode using your right trigger. And then we're going to head past the pool table and outside onto this little railing that's outside. And then we're going to keep going to the right. And you'll see another luminary just ahead. We're going to shift into shadow mode right here and just walk over and collect this luminary. So that should be number 5 for you. Then we'll continue heading along the catwalk and inside, and then we're going to go into the manager's office right here. So we're just going to walk past the first couple of sparkling things and collect luminary number 6 just there. And then we're going to get this collectible newspaper that's on the desk. We'll move over here and collect the reel for the cinema. Once we've got the reel, then we're going to turn around and head to the left and just head outside. And then we can just jump right over the railing here and meet back up with Dee Dee here. And now we just need to dash through this fence. So we'll just press B again to dash through that, break it open. And we just need to follow along with Dee Dee over to the left side of this cabaret sign that's crossing over the gap here. So we'll have a cutscene where Dee Dee talks. You can press Y to skip that, and then we just need to move over to the projector here and press X to interact with it 3 times and use some of our luminaries to power up the spotlight. So Dee Dee will move the spotlight, and this part is kind of tricky. We're actually going to get 2 achievements just here, though. So what we're supposed to do to get the first achievement, and this did take me 3 tries to get it right, so you'll see me fail on this first attempt. But what you're supposed to do here is shift, move up to this position, and then you're supposed to run and jump, and then you're going to shift out automatically when you cross this gap, and you need to shift back in before you hit the other side. So it's a tricky jump, but basically run, jump as high as you can, and then right trigger to shift in. So like I said, you'll see me fail here, and I did end up having to do this 3 times total. But the good thing about the first failure is you actually get an achievement at this point for failing to make it across the gap. So that's our first of 3 achievements right there. And what you want to do at this point is start and go back to the previous checkpoint. Now you could just try it again right there, but in order to get this achievement, we need to not fail the jump at all. So the game won't count us as having failed the jump if we go back to the previous checkpoint. So you want to make sure that you do that there, and just keep trying it as many times as you need to. Just make sure every time you retry that you go back and go back to the previous checkpoint. Otherwise, you won't be able to get this achievement that you're about to see me get. So we'll need to go back through every time and skip Dee Dee's cutscene here and put the luminaries back into the spotlight projector over there. So we'll just press X 3 times, and feel free to pause the video, for as long as you need to, because this is a tricky jump and it's going to take a few times to probably get it right. But here we go. This is my successful attempt. So jump as high as you can and then just shift back in. And once you have done that, you can go ahead and walk down the rest of the sign, shift out, and then when you cross over, there'll be a little bit of a cutscene and you'll get your second achievement. So there we go. As long as you were able to make it on your first attempt, quote unquote, then you'll get that achievement. So once you've got that, then we can go ahead and use our break ability, our dash ability, to break these back pieces of the cabaret sign. And we're going to do this to help Dee Dee get across. She's going to be able to use the sign as a bridge to get across the gap now. And then we can turn around and jump back over. And before we go inside of the cinema, you'll want to make a right here and grab this sparkling marker at the front. This is the notice that the management has changed and that the theater is currently closed for business. So that's a collectible you want to make sure that you get before you go inside.
I told you I was good at fixing things.
So once Dee Dee opens the door, we need to go inside, and we need to move some different little figures around in here. You can press Y to skip her cutscene again. And what we're going to do is move the man with the top hat first. So you can press X to grab him, and we're going to move him forward and to the right so that his hat kind of touches that bottom part of the railing over there. That's the position you want to have him in. And then the other 2 figures we basically need to get out of the way. So we'll just press X to grab the lady figure and move her way over to the left. And then we'll head back and grab this Nosferatu vampire looking guy with X, and we'll drag him over to the left to get him out of the way too. So you should just have the man with the top hat on the right now. Head back to the wall, shift into shadow mode, and then we're going to jump up onto his arm and then onto his top hat, and then you'll be able to make it up onto the railing after that. So we'll just continue making our way around. Make sure you grab this collectible by the glass door. And then we're going to go over to this glass door. You can't walk straight through. You need to shift into shadow mode here and then walk through the glass door in a shadow mode. So we can shift out. And we're about to grab our 3rd achievement. So we'll be able to help Johnny next time, but this time we actually need to let him get beat up by the gangsters. So we're going to skip the cutscene here and basically not use the reel that we collected earlier. So you can just kind of wait around here, or you can shift into shadow mode and watch him get the tar beat out of him. But unfortunately, we need to let Johnny get beat up here so that we can grab our third achievement. And this achievement is called Punching Bag. And I think you could see why. Sorry, Johnny. We'll be back to help you in a couple weeks. Alright, so there's the Punching Bag achievement. So that is pretty much all we need to do as far as contrast today. I did go ahead and press start and then went out to the title screen. But your game should automatically have saved just a few minutes ago, so you shouldn't need to necessarily go out to the title screen, but I'll go ahead and make a habit of doing that, I think. So at this point, we can go ahead and switch over to the Microsoft Rewards app, and we can click on the Achieve More, Earn More punch card to grab those 50 points. And then we can click on the Rewards Weekly Set as well, and click on Achievement Hunter to finish out that part of the punch card. And then, of course, the third part will just be to finish out the Bing searches on 3 separate days, and then you will be all done with your weekly set. So that's it for part 3 of the Contrast series. We'll be back in a couple weeks where we'll grab 3 more achievements as soon as we have a new Rewards Weekly set that requires 3 achievements. So I will look forward to seeing you all in that guide. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found that video helpful, please be sure to click the subscribe button here on YouTube and hit that bell for notifications. You can also find some helpful links in the description of this video if you want to stay connected with us. Stay tuned for more Microsoft Rewards and achievement guides, and I'll see you in the next one.